Well, I can't tell if this is actually in focus, but it's the easiest way for me right now to do a message, and it's very something that I don't do ever really, and I just thought maybe I will try it. So today I went to the court to try to get a motion passed or granted to put Brindi in a foster home pending the outcome of an appeal. This is a very tough time because I don't have very good options. This is not going well. Lots of things seem to just go wrong that are bizarre from the way the whole trial unfolded. And in fact, there's been 2 trials now, and in both of them, the first day was supposed to be set aside for making a motion to dismiss it, actually, and the first time around was based on abusive process. The second time around was more or less the same, but a number of reasons, and in both cases I walk in fully prepared for the motion to present, and in both cases the judges simply just turned everything over and said, surprise, we're starting a trial. And that meant, you've got to now throw over everything and start cross-examining and making arguments for a trial. It's like changing tracks and or going the wrong direction. And if you're self-represented, you have no lawyer and you have to do this, it's enough of a burden to just have to do one thing, prepare for one thing at court. But to prepare for all eventualities is just incredibly difficult and impossible, frankly, because they're holding the cards and they know all the dance steps, to mix metaphors, and you don't, right? So you're trying to figure it out as you go along. And I mean, it would be one thing if this was something that concerned just me, but it's a very different thing when it concerns an animal, and an animal shouldn't have to be at the mercy of a system that is, complicated, that is slow, and really not set up for addressing issues that fall between the cracks, because it's a very inflexible system. It's also impossible to penetrate. I mean, you really can't make sense of it. It's almost as bad as chemistry, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, today this was a big deal because while it seems like it's only 2 or 3 months or whatever to the appeal date, which is now set for November 30th, the fact is, though, that this trial that just ended the end of June was intended to be held almost a year ago in November, and because I injured myself, and I really did injure myself, I have a finger with a really distorted knuckle to prove it, and believe me, even if it's your pinky, it hurts, and you don't drive when you're under medication and so on, and you don't speak in court very well either. So it was necessary to ask for an adjournment, and then, through no fault of my own, it takes 5 months to get scheduled. Why? Even though this isn't a criminal case, it gets thrown into the criminal schedule, and the civil schedule is a lot more flexible, and it's easier to get a date within weeks, but with a criminal case, it's within months. And any adjournment is Russian roulette, because it can end up prolonging things by 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It's something that really is not acceptable for if an animal is being kept in a kennel or a pound all the time. I mean, it's one thing if she were at home with me, Brindi, but while we're going through this, it would be very hard, but it certainly wouldn't be anything remotely like having her locked up where I can't see her. And if I wanted to see her, I'd have to subject myself and her to a very traumatic weekly round of a 30-minute visit under incredibly controlling, actually really objectionable conditions, frankly. And as they didn't let me have any visits for the first 5 months, I couldn't bring myself to go after that, because the vet and I both agreed it would be really bad for Brindi to see this, have this happen. She would expect me to be there to take her home. And I've been through that before, and it's pretty horrible. But anyhow, this is the situation with this motion. So the motion has now been denied. The motion was to have her fostered. I can't say that I see that this was a reasonable decision. I can't say that, I don't know. I just find that it's a really unacceptable situation all around. What is it?